Hi everyone, how's it going? Thanks for coming to practice this evening, this morning, this afternoon. Sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position if you can, hunching your shoulders up to your ears like we do all day, and then just relaxing your shoulder blades down your back. Inhaling, rising your shoulders up. Exhaling, releasing the shoulder blades down the back. One more time, even making a circle, shoulders up, back, and down, palms facing up, elbows are bent, and taking one elbow back behind you and then the other. So making circles with the elbows but really getting into the shoulders, and then changing direction, going back around the other way, but not slumping down, using your core strength, tummy always drawing in towards the lower back as you make these circles, and then going in a backwards direction but both together this time. And then going forwards. Good stuff. Palms come together, spread the fingers, draw them together, spread them wide, draw them together, spread them wide, draw them together, sitting nice and tall, relaxing your shoulders and your knees, taking a moment. And then from here, taking your hands from side to side. So you're trying to get into the wrists, but also using core strength by twisting a little bit from side to side, okay? The further you go past your shoulders, the more core strength you're using. Take the arms all the way up to the sky, reaching all the way up. Turn the fingers out to the side so they're going wide, and then draw your fingers into knuckles, into a ball, knuckles pointing towards each other. Wrist strengtheners, opening the hands, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and last one, inhale, and exhaling. Turn the palms, they can face towards each other, but just clap the fingers into the palms. You can always bend your elbows if it's a bit strong. Wrist strengthening. Inhale, reaching up. Palms come together, stretch. Then the hands release, the palms face the floor. Exhale, pushing down through your feet into the earth. Wide arms, 2 more. Inhale. Nice big stretch. Palms face the floor. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. And then twisting around to the left side, one hand back behind you, other hand on your knee. I just realised I've got no way of knowing when the camera cuts out. So long spine, crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Gentle twist. And then taking your arms around to the other side, twist in the other direction, long spine. Peaceful breath. Good stuff. Coming all the way back to the middle, swapping your feet over if it's been a long time. Sorry, if it's hurting your ankle a little bit, you could be on a mat as well. I'm just on the floor. But from here, we're going to inhale, leaning forwards, lifting our head and our chest. And then exhale, chin to chest, rounding through the spine. A couple more of these, getting the spine moving, getting the spine warmed up a little bit. Exhale, shoulder blades separating. One more of those, inhaling and exhaling. Coming all the way forwards for the last one, but this time moving around to the left, making circles. So your similar thing, inhaling head and chest lift, exhaling chin to chest. Stirring through the body, Kundalini, Kriya, drawing energy up through the central vertical energy channel. Change direction, go back around the other way. Eyes can be open or closed. Eyes closed helps you kind of get into it and feel into the body. Maybe the elbows are involved. Be careful though, don't overdo it. You might not be very warmed up. And then we come back to the center slowly, slowly, all the way back to the center, and make a tiny, tiny circle in the center. Relax the shoulders, come to a stop. Enjoy the peace in the body. The lightness of your breath, breathing in and out through the nose as much as you can. From here, bending your elbows, hands in front of you. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and then just relax the elbows, knees, shoulders. Couple of moments here. Any energy you feel in the center of the body? Any sensations, intelligence in the gut brain, or maybe the heart area? Trying to tune back into these parts of our body. instead of running around doing what the head brain tells us to do. A couple of moments, any intention you have for your practice. Take it easy. Good stuff. From here we're just going to spin our legs out the way or climb over our hands and knees, so coming onto all fours. Knees are underneath your hips, middle fingers are pointing forwards. And then toes are tucked under, so you can sit back and give your toes a bit of a squidge, maybe leaning a little bit from side to side, be gentle. And then you're reaffirming your hands' position into the earth by pressing them firmly down into your mat or the floor or wherever you are. Coming back up, tabletop, float your knees off the floor, holding here, drawing your tummy in towards your lower back. And really for animal flow, you should kind of have your knees a little bit closer in, actually, just a tiny bit. Creates more of a slingshot effect with all the muscles connecting towards each other like a chain. Shoulders away from the ears, breathing here. One more breath. Knees come down. Inhale, lifting the head and the chest, but take the right knee up, leg behind you, inhaling. And then exhaling, chin to chest. One more of those. Inhaling, keeping the hands flat on the floor. Exhaling. Good stuff. Coming back down, other side. Inhaling, left leg, head and chest lift. So it's cat-cow, but with a knee lunge. One more. Good stuff. Coming back to tabletop, but with our knees slightly further towards our wrists. Knees float off the floor. Take your left hand off the floor and your right foot. Or you could have just taken only your left hand if you want to do it in stages. Trying to keep your foot and hand close to the floor, breathing here. And then that hand comes down, swap over to the other side. Strong stuff, take it easy. Good stuff. Knees come down, cat-cow, both knees on the floor. Take it easy, catch our breath. Exhale. One more, inhaling. And exhaling. Good stuff. Tabletop, knees are nudged forwards a little bit, knees float off the floor, and then left hand, right foot, but you make a step forward. So opposite hands move, hands and feet move at the same time as you go forwards and backwards. And just see if you can time it so the movements are the same, the hand and foot come off the floor at the same time. You can also kind of cheat it by your hand lifting onto the fingertips, you know, if you need a little bit more time. Forwards and backwards, pretty tricky stuff. Use your core strength. And then the knees come down. From here, taking your right foot out to the side. Right outside edge of the foot is flat on to your mat if you were on a mat. Yeah, and it's level with your knee, okay? And it's cat-cow with a wide leg. So inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. One more. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale. Good stuff. Slide that heel in so it's level with your knee. Toes are pointing out to the side. And just make it little circles or semicircles, one way or the other. Kind of catching our breath really, but working into the groin, the hip socket. Good stuff. That knee comes back down. Straight away, other leg. Left leg goes out to the side. Outside edges parallel. Level with the knee. And then you inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rounding. Inhaling. And exhaling. Slide that foot all the way in. Toes pointing out to the side. Heel is kind of still level with your knee. And then when you're ready, making little circles or semicircles one way and then the other. Be careful of the knee that's on the floor, obviously. Any of this doesn't feel good, then don't do it. Just make a change or have a rest. Good stuff. And then bring that knee, toes back down, and one inhale, one cow pose. Exhale. Cat pose. Floating your knees off the floor, taking your knees wide and pushing back. Hands go forwards a little bit so you can get your knees a bit closer to the floor. It's a bit like child's pose, but your knees are elevated off the floor and your toes are tucked under. Wave unload if you can. The idea is you
push away with your hips, pushing away, back behind you, back behind you, back behind you, and then you initiate like a wave. So the hips are pushing to the sky, lower back, maybe adjusting your feet a little bit, and the head comes up right at the end. And unlike up dog, you can lean past your fingertips a little bit, and your head comes up. Be careful of the neck. And then chin to chest, so you're rolling through the neck. The neck is pushing up. Neck, shoulders pushing up, height, middle back pushing up, middle back, lower back pushing up, then lower back, hips pushing away, away, knees go wide, hovering above the floor. And when you're ready, just flowing. Imagine fingers walking up and down your spine slowly, so you unload the wave. Couple more of these, chin to chest, hips, you're on the balls of your feet for height, then knees go wide, hovering. Your hands might slip, your feet might slip, make adjustments. Slowly coming all the way back, wave, unload. Good stuff, chin to chest, pushing all the way back. Let's cut this halfway and come into downward dog. Adjusting your feet so they're hip distance if they weren't already, hands pressing into the earth. Slight bend in the knees, catching our breath, let the head hang heavy, palms firmly pressing down. Good stuff, everyone. So in downward dog, pushing the palms firmly into the earth, and then inhaling, taking the right leg to the sky, exhaling knee to chin in plank pose, really tucking the chin in, holding here, and then inhale, leg back to the sky. Exhale, knee to chin, hold here, but see if you can take your left hand off the floor, ground down the back leg, left heel, and straighten out the right leg, float it out to the side. The outside edge of the foot can go down or it can float. Your left hand goes onto the back of the head and you bend your right knee, elbow to knee, crunches. 2 more, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale. And then left hand comes down, turn this into wild thing, roll around and come back into wild thing. So your right foot's gone to the outside edge of your outstretched left leg, strong left leg, left hand is down, arch in the back, rotate the wrist if you like. Carefully come around, back to plank pose, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to sky, 1 knee lunge, exhale, knee to chin. Inhale, leg to the sky, exhale, knee to chin, and then you ground down the right heel, float the left leg out to the side, right arm to the sky, left leg can go down or stay up, hand to the back of the head, bend the left knee, elbow to knee, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, gently does it, coming back up. It's a bit like side plank, and then your left foot goes to the floor, your right leg is straight, left arm reaches up, or you create an arc in that arm, bit of a back bend. Good stuff. Coming round into downward dog, lowering your knees down to the floor, beast reach I think this is. It's a bit like wave unload, so slowly pushing up through your tailbone, but this time we're going to take the right leg with us. So take the right knee with us, looking forwards, rounding through the spine, pushing back, hovering the knees. Again, another wave. Bring the left knee with you to the outside edge of the arm. Coming up, wave through the spine if you can, and then back down. 1 more of those each side, taking it gently, inhaling to lift, exhaling to go forwards, inhaling and exhaling. 1 more. Other side, left leg, outside edge of the arm. Hovering the knees. From here, just walking your hands back so that you come into a squat. Checking you're good here. Taking a moment. Bending your elbows, hands in front of you, eyes can be open or closed, relaxing the fingers. Inhale, lifting up with your arms. Hands, exhale, lowering down. 1 more of those, inhaling. Exhaling.
Hands come together in front of your chest. Take the arms wide, inhale, reaching all the way up. Eyes open or closed. Closed is trickier. Palms together, exhaling down. When you're ready, inhaling last one. And exhaling, hands come down to the center. Planting your hands down onto the floor, shoulder distance apart. From here, just doing a quick crow pose prep, and then we'll do traveling ape, okay? So crow pose, fingers are spread wide like we were doing in downward dog. Then if you come onto the balls of your feet, you can bring your knees to the outside edges of your arms, or if you can get them up knee or in your armpits, even better. And if you haven't done it before, just practice getting over being scared of headbutting the floor. You can take one foot off the floor and then the other, or you can do both feet. I can feel my left knee slipping, holding here if you can, and coming out. You can try again if you like. It's really strong, but it's strong because you're pressing your knees into your arms more than the strength of holding yourself up. So it's building up that strength. See, the second time, this is way a bit more difficult. So give that a couple of goes. And then from here, we can do a lateral traveling ape. So your knees are kind of together. You look to the side and so we're going to go to one side. You can mirror me. So we're going to the left. You can go to the right. So you place your hands shoulder distance and then just take your furthest away leg, your right foot off the floor. It's a bit like a prep. Yeah, so you're prepping yourself up. Yeah. And then when you're ready, just hop your feet so you're back in this alignment, okay? Back to where you were. I'll squeeze one more in before I hit the light, so you can go to the side. And little hop ups, just getting that air time basically. If you want to prep the other side before you do it, your hands go down and the back leg, the furthest away foot, just lifts up. Like you're prepping up. 1 second. And then again. And then you're kind of ready. Take it easy. You can always shake out the wrists, move the wrists around. It's quite demanding on the wrists. And then you can do a little hop. Good stuff. And if you want to go forwards and backwards, similar deal really. You're just looking forwards though this time, and you plant your hands down. And kind of, it's like you're trying to kick your bum quickly, okay? One more of those. Good stuff. And then from here, just walking back and coming into downward dog. Harpo is going to join us for the next part of the practice. Harpo. What are you doing? You're going to do down dog. And just having a slight bend in your knees, pressing your hands down into the floor. Head hangs heavy. Taking a moment here. Catching our breath. Good stuff. Inhale, take the right leg to the sky. Exhale, sweep that foot up to your hands. And then just gently lowering the left knee down to the floor. And then inhale, take the arms all the way up above your head. Holding here, breathing here. So focusing on drawing your tummy in towards your lower back. Side ribs drawing up into your arms, palms facing towards each other. Your front heel draws towards just digging your heel in a bit and drawing it back towards your knee if you can. Or just focus on the core, drawing in. Then inhaling for strength, palms come together, exhaling down to the center line in front of the chest, folding forwards, left hand down next to the right foot, right arm opens all the way up to the side, opening your chest to the side. And if your left toes are still tucked under, you can straighten out that back leg, the left leg. Push away through the heel, strong leg. Try not to let your tummy rest too much on the thigh. Draw your core in. One more breath. Neck is long, so you don't have to look up. You could look to the side. Good stuff. Then the hand comes down. From here, we're going to try and take it into a high lunge. But let's do arrowhead first of all. So floating your arms back behind you, chest is diagonal, shoulders away from the ears, front foot is strong, back heel pushing away. And then you can inhale, reaching up. Exhale, back to where you were. 2 to go. Inhale. Exhale. Last one.
Good stuff. Bring your hands to the inside of the right foot. Be careful here. We're going to try and turn this into beast reach if you can. So take the right foot off the floor and then the knees on the side here. And then we're just going to unload slowly. Take it away, bring the foot down, send the knees wide to loaded beast. From here, pushing all the way back up to downward dog, palms pressing down, adjusting your feet, head hangs heavy, taking a couple of breaths. Check the time for the camera. One more breath here. Good stuff. Inhale, take the left leg to the sky. Exhale, sweep your foot up to your hands, lower the right knee down gently. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up above your head. Hanging out here for a couple of breaths. Tummy drawing in, ribs lifting your arms up. Imagine you're holding a basketball between your hands. Focused here for a couple more breaths. Inhale, reaching up for strength. Palms come together down through the center line in front of your chest, folding forwards. Right hand down next to the left foot. Left arm opens up to the side, creating a chest opening twist. Check your neck is happy wherever you're looking. If the back toes are tucked under, you could straighten out that leg. Pushing away through the heel again, try not to let your tummy rest down too much onto this thigh. The whole of the right hand is pressing down into the earth. Good stuff. That hand comes down, and then see if you can just take the foot to the side. So it's a bit like we sneak into lizard briefly. From here we're kind of in lizard pose, and we're just going to try and rewind. So taking the left foot off the floor, the knee is bent, and then pushing all the way back. Slowly, slowly. Foot to the floor, knees go wide, and then 2 wave unloads. Slowly both feet stay on the floor this time, rounding through the spine. Head comes up right at the end. And then chin to chest. All the way back, rounding the spine. Floating the knees. One more of those. And then coming all the way back. Couple of choices here. If you want to break, then bring the knees to the floor, point the toes away, pushing into your hands to get your sit bones further back. Maybe the forehead rests on the floor, or if you want to go for downward dog, then tucking your toes under and hanging out in downward dog. Both resting postures. You choose. Slight bend in the knees. If you're in downward dog, couple more breaths. And then when you're ready, if you're in child's pose, coming up into downward dog. From downward dog, we're just going to come to sitting down, spin the legs around to the front and come into crab pose. So toes are pointing forwards, fingers pointing away behind you. Push your tailbone back so you're not lifting your bum too much, you're pushing it back. Chest is forwards. And then from here we can travel, so we can take the right foot and the left hand off the floor. Ideally not as much as that, they're like a paper, a centimetre off the floor, and then travelling forwards and trying to move the foot and the hand at the same time. Again, like the beginning, you can kind of cheat it a little bit by coming up onto the fingers and the toes so that it seems like you're moving them at the same time. But your body ideally wouldn't move much at all, okay? Like an animal, you don't want to give the game away as to where you've shifted your body weight to move, okay? Tailbone back. So just having fun going forwards and backwards. And then coming back to the center, placing your tailbone, your bum down on the floor, hugging your knees, head to your chest, or staying hovering if you want it a bit stronger. Giving yourself a mini break. And then rotating the wrists. One way and then the other. Shaking them out to the sides, up and down. Backs of the hands together. Relaxing your shoulders. Good stuff. Back again, let's do a different version. So crab, tailbone back, chest forwards. This time your right hand stays where it is, your left hand comes out in front of you. And we're just going to lift all the way up, pushing up to the hips. Keep the hand there and then lower down. You could do 2 more with inhale and exhale if you like. Inhaling and exhaling.
One more. Hand down, other side. When you're settled, inhale. Each side's different. This is a bit of my weaker side. Exhale, so taking care. 2 to go. Hips are trying to go high and flat. Exhale. Last one. Hand down. One more time each side, but we can go a little bit deeper when you're ready. Left hand is up, but then you can bring the arm over your head, creating a deeper stretch. And then back down. Let's do one more of those, lifting all the way up. So you still start, do the prep, and then you go over, okay? And then you do the corkscrew. Then coming back, slowly lowering down, checking you're good, don't rush it. You can always have a break, you can catch up, then your right hand in front of you. Same prep, and then corkscrewing. Then back, and down. And then when you're ready, one more of those. And then back, down. And then from crab pose, if you want to have a little break, you can bring your tailbone down to the floor. Just hug your knees and drop your head to your chin to your chest. You can shake out the wrist a little bit. Backs of the hands together, relaxing here. Good stuff. And then we bring the hands back for some crab pose and under switching, okay? So from here, just gently, we're going to take the left hand off the floor, the right foot underneath, roll over and come into loaded beast. And then we take the left hand back and come back to where we were, okay? And if you want to, you can go right hand over, left leg under, and then you can keep going, left hand over, right leg under. Right hand over, left leg under. Yeah, so we're at the very beginning with this hovering knees position, fingers pointing forwards. Left hand over, right hand. And then another one, right hand, left leg underneath. Coming back the other way, going in circles if you like. A few more. Okay, and then the tap under switch. So you can literally right hand over, left leg under, but you tap and pop straight back to where we are now, okay? So tap and come back. Left hand, right leg. Another way. Again, you're trying to touch the foot and the hand at the same time. And then other side. Yeah, you can have some fun with that. If you want a mini break, resting down. Relaxing your shoulders, crown of the head, reaching up to the sky, flat back, taking a few calming breaths, shaking out the wrists if you like, or backs of the hands together. Catching your breath. Good stuff. Side kick throughs. So from here, you bring your hands down to the floor, hovering your knees, so we're in loaded beast again. Okay, and from here we're just going to ground down the left heel, take the right leg, straighten it out to the side, and your left hand floats up with the elbow out to the side. Your right arm is straight and strong. And you would have made a point over to the side of the wall before you did it, okay? So coming back, hovering your knees, right heel grounds down, you make a mark over there to the side, straighten out the left leg to point at it, and your right arm, elbow high, floats out, and the focus point is this standing arm, okay? Coming down, you can add in a little hop to you can come back to there, or you can add a little hop to the other side, okay? And you make a point, just don't rush the standing arm bit, that's the focus point. Hopping, other side. You can go higher or lower. Over time you can stay low. Side to side. Coming into crab when you've had a little go at that. Tailbone pushes back. Right hand over, left foot under. Tapping, coming back. Left hand over, right leg under. Travelling forwards. Travelling backwards. Rounding down, and then you can travel full and backwards, and then having a little rest or carrying on with your movements if you like, relaxing however you prefer, taking a couple of moments. Backs of the hands can come together, or you can just rest, head hanging down, and then Coming back onto your hands and knees. Knees come down to the floor. Hips above your knees, walking your hands out in front of you. Anahatasana, puppy pose. Forehead comes to the floor. Or you can keep your forehead lifted and make your fingers come up so your arms and your shoulders are strong. And then bring your hands in a little bit. Bring your knees together. Toes are tucked under. Use your hands, or if you can get away with not using your hands, then see if you can lift the knees up. Bring your heels to the floor and come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Okay, so forward fold and a back bend. Knees are close. You can see your toes because you're nudging your knees back. Then inhale for strength. Palms come together. Exhale, twist around to the right side and float your left elbow over your right knee. Inhale back to where you were. Exhale, other side. 2 more each side. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more round each side. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good time. Coming back to the center. Chair pose. I forgot which one we started on. Holding on here for a couple of breaths. I think we've done an even number. See if you can slowly lower down, but this time coming back onto your bum and coming into boat pose. Floating your shins horizontal to the arms alongside your body. Back is flat. Stay there or take it further. Straighten out the legs, or even bring your arms above your head and rock your boat. You can even go from side to side. And then coming back up. Half boat. Feet down, hands back behind you. Crab pose, tailbone pushing away. Right hand over, left foot under. Keep going, left hand over, right foot under. Keep going, making the circle in the same direction. 1 more. And then from here, left hand over, right foot under. Coming back to crab pose, walking away, walking forwards, coming backwards. And then just making a transition, so coming back over, you choose how you get there, hovering the knees above the floor, and just some jump throughs with the foot, okay? So you look up to your right hand, and then your right foot goes up to that hand, and your left leg goes forwards. And you point, and you bring this hand to the center or out to the side, you choose, and then you hop back, okay? So loaded beast, knees are wide, or however you prefer. Left hand, left foot, and go out. And then come back. Other side, right hand, right foot. And the standing arm, so my right arm, that's the important one, the one that doesn't move, okay? So you look to your left hand, left foot, and back. 1 more time each side. Good stuff. Pushing up. Ape. Pose, ape reach. Should we do just for a break before we do side to side ape? So knees are wide, backs of the hands are together. Oops, head hangs heavy. Inhaling, arms wide, chest lifts. Exhale. Inhale. Maybe lifting up a bit in the legs. Exhale. Last one. Hands come down. Taking a moment here. If you want to go for crow pose as a bit of a break, then your heels can come down. Doesn't matter if they can't reach. Hands together. Pushing into your elbows. Looking forward. Long neck. Taking a moment here. Just checking the camera's still recording. Good stuff. Then your hands can come down. Take your knees high into the armpits if you like. Rocking forwards, 1 foot or both feet. 2 breaths, or take 1 foot and then the other. Just getting a bit of a prep. And then coming onto the balls of your feet. Side to side, travelling ape. Hands shoulder distance, little hops. Good stuff. And then coming into loaded beast. And just have a bit of fun. You can bring the left heel down, right foot out to the side. Take these slow, or you can go faster, you can add in the hop. One more each side. Good stuff. Floating the knees. 2 wave unloads to finish. Slowly adjusting. A bit like up dog. Chin to chest. Last one. And then all the way back to downward dog. From downward dog, just taking your left hand off the floor underneath you, holding onto the right ankle, creating a twist. And left hand to the top, right hand underneath, left ankle, left shin. Releasing that hand to the top, coming into plank pose. Taking one foot off the floor, rotating the ankle. And then the other one, it's impossible. Swap over other foot, rotate the ankle. And then lying down gently onto the floor. One hand on top of the other makes a pillow for your forehead. And relaxing here to finish your practice. Enjoy your heart beating into the earth. Relax the shoulders, hips, arms, legs, ankles, wrists. Enjoying all that amazing energy you've created in your body. And guiding the breath, staying with the breath. Thanks for a great practice. Namaste.